What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Bionano Genomics and their most recent shelf registration. Now, I've seen a lot of people calling this a share offering. Now, the two are slightly different, even though they are kind of similar at the same time. So we're going to go over all of the misconceptions that are out on the internet right now about what Bionano Genomics is doing to clear up some things for you guys as Bionano Genomics investors. Now, we saw this stock crash about 10% in the after hours trading period. When I am recording this video, the after hours mark now is Bionano Genomics is down about 2.3%. So that is typical of what we see when Bionano Genomics announces offerings of this type. We see a sharp sell-off and then a sharp rebound, but this happened more quickly than usual. We typically see the sell-off in a one-day period, and then we see a massive rocket ship going up over the next couple of days. Now, with the current market conditions, I really don't see Bionano Genomics going up on the pace that it has gone in the past. I think we are going to see some more bearishness out of the entire tech market. Now, I don't think that's going to last forever, and a lot of good strategies that you guys can use in order to set yourselves up in the best position as possible is do not put all of your cash into the market at one time. Now, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only, but the strategies that I'm going to be using on this way down for basically the entire market and all of my positions is buy in little chunks. And when we see a sharp correction going up to the upside, that is when I'm going to put some more capital in. So at the current time, it is a waiting game. We are waiting on Fed policy and the Treasury yield is acting out, so we really don't know what is going on, and we need some confirmation before we can put a lot more money back into this crazy market. Now, before we get into all of this information, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, which is the brokerage that you guys see on screen in all of my videos, these 2 free stocks are valued up to $1,850, and all you have to do to earn these is check out that link in my description, set up an account, deposit over $100, and you can receive those 2 free stocks. This is basically free money, and this offer is not going to last forever, so if you guys would like to play around with Webull, make sure you check out that link in my description. If you guys enjoy the information that I provide for you in this video and you were able to learn something, make sure you hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot in getting these videos out to as many people as possible. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I want to briefly cover some of the reasons why Bionano Genomics would decide to do this shelf registration the day after they announced their earnings. Now, coming over here, we can see that this was in the 8K form that was filed, and in quarter one, we see that there were 5 saphyrs shipped out and installed, and 83 total were installed. In aggregate in quarter one, we can see that that number bumped up to 87 in quarter two, and in quarter three, we had 93, and in quarter four, we had 97. Now, Bionano Genomics is planning on having 150 total installations by the end of 2021. That's about a 50% increase, which would be massive for the company. We can also see that they're working with a lot of big research institutions, and coming down a little bit further, there are some key points that I want to bring up to you. So scrolling down a little bit further, we actually see that the operating expenses massively increased over the last year. So we see 2019 numbers were about, let's see, operating expenses. We can see 29 million here and 41 million in 2020. This was because they were adding more employees, and Bionano Genomics has said that they want to add more employees in the future. Now, we are going to see in the use of proceeds in the SEC filing for this new shelf registration that some of these operating and general corporate purposes expenses are going to be covered by these new offerings. Now, here's what's interesting. When we see here strong cash position to begin 2021 with $335 million raised in quarter one, they are going to be essentially doubling this over the next year or so when they complete all of these share offerings that they plan to do. Now, here's what's really important. So Bionano Genomics put out some really great information at their earnings, and we saw the stock react very positively in the after hours trading period. One of the most important things that I saw stand out were these prenatal assays which if you guys don't know, essentially what Bionano Genomics is trying to do is have every pregnant individual be able to get a test done with the saphyr to test for any genetic diseases that could come before the pregnancy is actually completed. Now, we see here that in Q4 of 2021, they want to have a prototype of the next generation high throughput saphyr. So saphyr is already the best in class. It can do things that no other method can, and Bionano Genomics is not done there. They want to make this system even better. So this is very bullish news coming out about Bionano Genomics, and my speculations are that when Bionano Genomics knew that they were going to be reporting such great earnings, they beat the revenue and EPS numbers, they were expecting a bump in their share price. So when they put out the new shelf registration in the SEC filing, which they had been planning to do for some time, they can't just come out one day and say, well, we're going to do that, we're going to file for a shelf registration. It doesn't really work like that. These things take time. They do have to get voted on. So I'm expecting that Bionano Genomics was expecting that they were going to perform favorably. And when we look at this actual SEC report, we have entered into a sales agreement or the sales agreement with Cohen and Company LLC. So we can see that they are looking to, in accordance with the terms of the sales agreement, we may offer and sell shares of our common stock, having an aggregate offering price of up to $350 million from time to time. That tells you that this is a shelf registration. So if you guys don't know, a shelf registration essentially allows a company to register shares to be sold on the open market all at once, and they can kind of take off from that shelf and offer them on the open market, as this says, from time to time. So this offering is not going to be done at once, and I think a lot of people misconstrued what this actual filing said, and some of the news pieces that came out really suggested that they were going to be doing an offering of $350 million right after earnings, but this is going to be spaced out over a significant amount of time. Now, we also see that this offering price right here is listed at $9.05 per share, and coming back over to the price of Bionano Genomics, we can see that the stock is trading at $7.43. Now, you might be thinking, well, we might as well just buy as many shares as we can of Bionano Genomics right now when it's trading at a discount from where the offering is going to be, but that is not the case. This is when the last reported sale before they actually filed this. So they are going to be coming out with new prices of when they are going to be and what price they're actually going to be offering these shares at. So obviously this is going to dilute some shares, but one of the most important pieces of all of these different offerings that we look at is going to be the use of proceeds. So we can see here, we currently intend to use the net proceeds from the sale of the common stock offered by us here under to support our growth strategy and for working capital and general corporate purposes. That is going to be the CapEx, which is the capital expenditures that are going to include the salary expense, which they expect to increase over this year. And then we see including research and development expenses. So that is going to be to develop the prenatal and any other assays, which are the tests that Bionano Genomics can perform. Now, they're also going to be researching and developing the prototype of the next generation saphyr. So when you actually look at this document, the funds that Bionano Genomics is raising are for really good purposes. We also see that they want to acquire or invest in products, technologies, and may also use a portion of the net proceeds from this offering to repay indebtedness. So we've seen Bionano Genomics acquire Lineagen, which has been very influential in getting the saphyr out to as many researchers and clinicians as possible. So these share offerings are never good in the short term. It dilutes investors' equity positions in the overall company, and there is usually a sharp reaction. Now, when you combine that with the overall market conditions, this does not bode well for Bionano Genomics in the short term. But I will say that I'm very bullish on this company in the long term. They are doing things in the optical genome mapping space that no other company is capable of at the current time. Their optical genome mapping skills, they are able to detect structural variants and actually help patients receive better treatment and have better health outcomes by detecting these diseases earlier than ever. And in addition, we don't really know what the total addressable market of Bionano Genomics and their saphyr system is going to be in the future. We've seen the saphyr be applied to individuals on the autism spectrum, individuals with cancer, individuals with schizophrenia and psychosis. We really don't know, and they're getting into the prenatal space as well, which I think could be the breakthrough and the key to Bionano Genomics really stepping up in the genomics market. And again, I know these dips in the market have been really tough on you guys. We've been talking about Bionano Genomics since it was around $4 a share, so we are still sitting at a very substantial gain. And I know a lot of you guys were able to get into this company earlier than that. So it's really a waiting game until we can go back on our uptrend. It's not like we've seen any terrible news come out about the companies that we've been talking about. It's just the overall market conditions. And I don't think that's anything to freak out about in the long term. Now, if we see a dip like we saw on this day that I'm recording this video of 11% and the stock ends up going 1,000% up in the future, your future self will really thank you for buying these dips on the way down on a company that has so much potential in the future. So that is going to be it for this update on Bionano Genomics. If you guys enjoyed the information that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. Again, it costs you nothing to do it, but it really means a lot to me and it helps me out a lot in getting this information out to as many people as possible. And if you want to see more videos like this where I analyze these stocks and the news that comes out about them, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a more profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.